Okay, let's dive into something you've probably seen around, maybe in a trendy drink,
Mhm.
maybe a face mask. Activated charcoal
But
seems to be, well, popping up everywhere these days. But, beyond the hype, what is it really? And what's the actual story behind all these claims?
That's exactly what we're looking at today. We've been digging into a specific source here, a book that goes into a lot of detail about the potential health and beauty benefits people talk about with activated charcoal.
Right.
And our mission really is to take all that information and kind of pull out the most important, maybe surprising, and practical bits specifically for you listening in.
Think of it as your shortcut to getting informed on this,
Yeah, exactly.
based on this one deep dive into the material.
Exactly.
So let's just jump right in. This source kicks things off by asking, pretty simply, what is activated charcoal? And the idea present is actually quite remarkable.
Yeah, what's fascinating is that it's essentially, a processed form of carbon. The big difference is how it's treated. It's heated up with certain gases, and that creates this incredibly porous structure. They call this process activation, and it just massively increases the surface area. The book gives this amazing figure.
Yeah.
1 single gram can have an estimated surface area of 32,000 square feet.
Wait, 32,000 square feet in a gram.
Yeah.
That's hard to even imagine. It sounds like it's built to just grab onto things.
Precisely. And this source points out this isn't some brand new idea. Its use for purification apparently goes way, way back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like ancient Egyptians, Sumerians, maybe around 3750 BC. And it was even mentioned for medicinal uses by people like Pliny and Galen, historical figures.
Wow. So the idea of using carbon for health has been around for millennia then.
Seems like it according to this.
So the main function, based on this material, is all about grabbing onto stuff,
Hmm.
like getting rid of pollutants, contaminants, chemicals from an environment, or crucially from the body, through that massive absorption power.
That absorption is really the central mechanism. The source claims it's behind pretty much all the benefits it talks about, whether that's internal health or, external beauty stuff.
And the list of claimed benefits is,
Hmm.
well, it's huge. Our source really gets into everything from critical internal uses to just everyday beauty things.
Sure.
Let's start by really unpacking that core ability first,
Mm.
the detoxification and absorption.
Okay. So this source really emphasizes that activated charcoal works by trapping harmful elements.
Huh.
When you take it, the claim is it can actually block your body from absorbing harmful things you might ingest.
Okay.
But it also suggests it can absorb and help your body get rid of dangerous stuff that's already inside you.
So it's kind of like a filter inside your system.
In a way, yeah. The source suggests this includes things like cleansing the bloodstream of impurities,
Hmm.
and it gives it these broad protective qualities too, claiming it has antibacterial, antimicrobial, and antifungal properties that, according to this material, can help fight off infections.
That's quite a powerful set of claims. Where does the source say this filtering power is most, like, critically used?
Right, and this is maybe the most established use it presents
Yeah.
in emergencies, things like poisoning or drug and alcohol overdoses.
Ah,
The
okay.
book really highlights that it's used routinely in hospitals and clinics as a standard treatment for those situations.
And the stats it gives are pretty sobering, aren't they?
They really are. It underscores how serious this is. The source mentioned over 2.2 million human poison exposures reported in just 2014,
Wow.
and almost half of those were in kids under 6. It says on average something like 300 children are treated daily for poisoning, and about 2 deaths happen each day from it.
That's stark. And the material is super clear on this point, right? If you even suspect poisoning, the very first thing you do is call 911.
Absolutely critical. Activated charcoal might be used, but it's part of professional medical care, not a substitute.
Right, very important distinction. Okay, so moving away from those life-saving emergency uses, this source talks about a whole range of potential everyday internal health benefits, starting with something lots of people deal with, digestive problems.
Yeah, things like bloating and gas. The
Hmm.
book sort of links these to, maybe poorly prepared food, too much salt or fat, stress.
Or even just certain foods fermenting, if your body doesn't digest them well.
Exactly. And it lists quite a few common culprits, things like beans, obviously, but also broccoli, apples, lentils, asparagus, even raw potatoes for some people.
Okay.
And the claim here is that charcoal helps by cleansing the digestive tract and stomach of whatever impurities or toxins might be creating that excess gas.
Does it suggest how much to use?
Yeah, it suggests a minimal daily dose, like 1 to 3 teaspoons mixed in water, maybe before or after meals, specifically for bloating.
Okay. It also mentions indigestion, right?
Yeah.
That kind of pain-burning, bloating feeling.
Right. The claim is similar that charcoal can help get rid of the natural byproducts that cause that discomfort by, again, cleansing the digestive tract. And interestingly, the source also brings up the link between indigestion and stress, suggesting lifestyle things like getting enough sleep, meditation, exercise can also help.
Makes sense. Diarrhea is another one it covers.
Yep. Mentions causes like infections, bacteria, toxins, even stress, and suggests charcoal can help by absorbing those toxic substances causing the issue.
And hydration is key there, I imagine.
Absolutely. The source really hammers home the need for adequate hydration during and after diarrhea. It recommends drinking 8 to 12 glasses of water over a 24-hour period.
Good reminder. And it even touches on irritable bowel syndrome, IBS.
Yeah, it describes the painful symptoms and suggests that charcoal might help by absorbing and purging toxic substances or irritants, letting the natural systems kind of get back to working properly. It frames it as a natural way to approach digestive cleansing.
And it even made a slightly surprising claim, linking improved appetite to removing things causing nausea.
Yeah, it sees it as part of that overall system cleanse. Now, shifting gears a bit, the source makes some pretty interesting claims about cardiovascular health, heart and blood stuff.
Right, this is where it gets into combating heart disease.
Yes, the claim is that activated charcoal can help by cleansing the bloodstream, improving blood flow, minimizing plaque buildup, and even helping manage cholesterol.
Cholesterol, how does it claim to do that?
Well, the source explains the difference between the good HDL and bad LDL cholesterol, noting, that your body needs cholesterol.
Right.
Then it claims charcoal helps get rid of the unhealthy impurities, like LDL, and improves how your body processes the good HDL. It suggests this could lead to better function in the heart, liver, and brain, and lower the risk of coronary artery disease.
That's a significant claim. Does it give a mechanism for the cholesterol part beyond just general absorption?
It does, actually. The material suggests charcoal works by binding to bile acids in your gut. These acids contain cholesterol. By binding to them, it prevents them from being reabsorbed. This apparently forces your body to use up more cholesterol to make new bile acids, which, according to the source, helps lower those LDL levels.
Okay. So it's proposing a specific interaction there, not just soaking things up randomly.
Exactly. It suggests its binding isn't just indiscriminate. The source also kind of repeats the idea of cleansing the blood generally, absorbing toxins and chemicals, helping fight infections.
And varicose veins were mentioned.
Yeah, it suggests it can minimize them by absorbing impurities and maybe helping break down tiny blood clots that slow down flow. It even mentions a topical treatment using turmeric and aloe alongside the charcoal for this.
And bruising, too.
Similar idea. Claims it reduces bruising by pulling out toxic substances and interfering with clot formation, promoting healthy circulation. That topical recipe with turmeric and aloe comes up again there.
Okay, moving up from circulation, the source links charcoal benefits to our brains and nerves, cognitive function.
It does. It suggests toxins and other compounds can mess with how our brain cells communicate and how our nerves function, potentially leading to impairment. The claim is that charcoal helps cleanse the body and the brain of these interfering elements. It even suggests that taking it daily could help prevent nerve damage by absorbing and removing toxins that might attack the nerves.
Wow. And then there's a particularly broad claim about depressive conditions.
Yeah, the source kind of puts forward the idea that some depressive conditions might be linked to toxins messing with the systems that control hormone production and balance.
Right.
So it suggests charcoal could help by purging these toxins and supporting neurotransmitter function. It even compares it to potential side effects of antidepressants, positioning charcoal as a natural alternative alongside lifestyle changes, of course.
That's a bold connection. What about pain and inflammation?
It talks about reducing joint pain, linking that pain primarily to inflammation. The suggestion is that charcoal can help purge toxic substances from joints, muscles, tendons.
How? By taking it or applying it?
Both, actually. It suggests an ingested dose, like 1 teaspoon in water daily, and using a topical salve.
Okay. And muscle soreness, too,
Yeah.
from exercise or other causes.
Yeah, from working out, injury, illness, lactic acid buildup, even conditions like fibromyalgia. The source suggests the two-pronged approach. Applying a topical salve and drinking an ingested solution. It even gives specific recipes for making those.
And it specifically calls activated charcoal a form of natural pain relief.
It does. It claims charcoal purges those inflammatory compounds that cause pain in bones, muscles, tissues, joints. The idea is it attracts, absorbs, and then helps transport these pain-causing elements out of the body.
Right.
And the source makes a really strong comparison here to common pain relievers like acetaminophen, pointing out the known risk of liver damage with those meds.
And presents charcoal
As a risk-free, natural alternative, according to this specific material.
Risk-free is a very strong term, especially next to standard medication. Does the source elaborate on why it feels that you can say that?
Yeah, its reasoning seems to be that because charcoal isn't actually absorbed by the body, it just passes through the digestive system and gets eliminated. It doesn't interact with internal organs, like the liver, in the same way pharmaceutical drugs might. Its action is presented as purely absorptive within the gut, minimizing systemic risks.
Okay, that clarifies the source's perspective on why it uses that term. Got it. What other health claims does it make?
It mentions alleviating allergies. The theory presented is that charcoal acts like a purging agent, trapping and removing things like impurities, toxins, and even VOCs.
VOCs.
Volatile organic compounds, stuff often found in indoor air, things that can trigger allergic reactions.
Right.
And it claims charcoal can relieve symptoms surprisingly fast, like within 30 to 60 minutes, and help block allergens for about 24 hours, supposedly without the side effects of typical allergy meds.
Wow, 30 to 60 minutes is quick. It also addresses something specific to pregnancy, bile flow problems, cholestasis.
Yes, it describes cholestasis as a serious condition that can pose risks to the baby. Now, the claim here is incredibly strong, that activated charcoal can absorb and remove the blockages safely with absolutely no risk to the baby.
Whoa.
It suggests consuming it daily, 1 teaspoon in water until symptoms clear up. But, this is crucial, the source also stresses, always consult a doctor first.
Absolutely no risk to the baby. That's another really big statement. Does the source explain its reasoning for that level of safety assurance?
It does, and it's similar to the risk-free pain relief logic. The material argues that since the charcoal isn't absorbed into the mother's bloodstream or tissues, it stays in the digestive tract and passes through. There's no pathway for it to affect the developing fetus.
Oh, okay.
It's presented as a purely local action within the gut, separate from the systemic circulation that reaches the baby. So while the source insists on getting medical advice, it frames the charcoal itself as inherently safe during pregnancy based on this lack of absorption.
Okay, that's the source's explanation for that claim. Important context. It also suggests charcoal for morning sickness.
Yeah, linking morning sickness to hormonal shifts and digestive upset. And it highlights a claim that activated charcoal is approved by obstetrical organizations and deemed safe by the FDA for pregnant women.
Right.
Recommending 1 teaspoon in water daily to relieve symptoms, again claiming no side effects or dangers to the baby. But this is all from the source, and talking to your doctor is absolutely essential.
Got it. Lots of strong claims around pregnancy, but always with the caveat to seek medical advice. What else is on the health list?
Briefly, it touches on healing scalp conditions and promoting hair growth. The idea being it helps detoxify the body, which supports hair health.
Okay.
Improving bone health, claiming it removes harmful elements and helps optimize calcium absorption. Addressing body odor, suggesting internal detoxification can help. And improving nail growth, saying it removes toxins that impede circulation and nutrient delivery to the nails. It suggests taking it internally and using a charcoal nail soak for the odor and nail benefits.
So, wow, from saving lives in emergencies down to, like, nail growth, it's an incredible range presented in this one book. But it doesn't stop at internal health, right? It moves into beauty applications.
And it makes a direct link between the two. The source's view is that a lot of common beauty concerns, acne, oily skin, wrinkles, that sort of thing, are often connected to internal imbalances, toxins, or external pollutants.
Right.
So activated charcoal, working both inside and out, is presented as this natural solution. It also kind of flags the huge beauty industry and cautions about potentially harsh chemicals in many standard products.
Makes sense. Skincare seems like a major focus. Acne and oily skin are up first.
Yeah, it revisits the causes oil buildup, hormones, stress, diet, pollution, and claims charcoal, whether in a wash, a mask, or even taken internally, helps by absorbing excess oils, toxins, and impurities to restore balance.
Does it give examples?
It gives a really simple face or body wash recipe, just 1 part charcoal to 1 part water to make a paste, and suggests either applying it topically or taking charcoal internally for oily skin issues.
Okay. And it also functions as an exfoliant.
Yes, removing dead skin cells while also pulling out toxins. The source provides specific recipes for face and body scrubs using coconut oil as a base.
What about anti-aging or anti-wrinkle masks?
The source connects things like dullness and wrinkles to environmental factors, stress, lifestyle choices. It describes how charcoal can extract toxins and pollutants from the pores,
Okay.
helping restore balance and combat wrinkles and discoloration. It suggests using topical applications like a paste of charcoal and apple cider vinegar, or a fancier rejuvenation mask recipe with coconut oil, avocado, and lemon juice, along with taking charcoal daily internally for the maximum benefits.
Interesting combo.
Mm-hmm.
It also offers charcoal for just general skin cleansing and dealing with blackheads.
Yeah, positions it as an alternative to potentially drying soaps. Claims it detoxifies pores and helps prevent blackheads from forming. Suggests a simple paste-again charcoal mixed with a moisturizer, oil, or just water. Or using a cleansing body scrub, giving a recipe with brown sugar, coconut oil, grapefruit, and essential oils.
And there was a whole bunch of other topical uses too.
Oh, yeah. Treating skin irritations and bug bites using those salves mentioned earlier for pain, soothing sunburns, minimizing age spots. There's a recipe with honey and aloe for that. Preventing cracked skin on feet. And preventing skin infections, really emphasizing its claimed antibacterial, antimicrobial properties.
Did it compare to anything for infections?
It did. It explicitly contrasted it with hydrogen peroxide, which the source claims can actually damage healthy skin cells, while charcoal supposedly doesn't. It also includes a recipe for a bath soak charcoal, Epsom salts, essential oils designed to pull toxins out through your pores.
And moisturizers.
Yes, even creating natural moisturizers. It lists ingredients for an evening facial moisturizer with suggestions for different skin types: oily, dry, wrinkled, irritated, using things like coconut oil, vitamin E, aloe vera, shea butter, lemon juice, grapeseed oil, various essential oils. Quite detailed.
Okay, comprehensive on skin. What about hair and scalp? Dandruff?
Mentioned, yes. Links by the source to things like oil balance, stress, or hygiene. The book also talks about using charcoal to cleanse and clarify hair.
Clarify, like remove buildup.
Exactly. Suggests that hair products, styling, environmental pollution all cause residue. It claims charcoal removes this buildup without harming the hair strands, offering it as a safer option than some harsh chemical clarifying shampoos.
Any recipes there?
Yep, a simple hair cleansing rinse, just charcoal and water, and a more involved hair repair or volume rinse using charcoal with apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and coconut oil.
And adding volume or promoting growth.
The source claims charcoal helps remove buildup without stripping the hair, which can help with volume. And again, suggests that taking charcoal internally detoxifies the body, which supports healthy hair growth from the inside out.
Cool. The source also loops back to oral and lip care, but from more of a beauty angle.
Right. It highlights teeth whitening, calling charcoal an effective, low-cost alternative to whitening products that can sometimes cause tooth sensitivity. And it notes benefits for overall oral health, too.
In lips.
Discusses healing cracked lips and even cold sores. It links these issues to environmental factors, illness, or lifestyle, and positions charcoal as a natural way to combat them and reduce infection risk, while avoiding potentially harsh chemicals found in many commercial lip products.
And it even includes a recipe for lip balm.
It does. A natural lip balm using beeswax, shea butter, coconut oil, charcoal, and an optional essential oil. Presented as a natural, eco-friendly alternative, and it even throws in a mention about the palm oil issue in many commercial balms.
Right. And finally, it even mentions DIY makeup.
Just briefly, yeah. Suggests using activated charcoal to create your own natural eyeliner, mascara, and eyebrow gel.
Why?
As potentially safer alternatives to store-bought makeup that might cause irritation or contain harsh ingredients. It gives a simple eyebrow gel recipe using just aloe vera and charcoal.
So the claims in this single source really run the gamut from, critical medical interventions all the way to making your own eyeliner.
Yeah.
It's genuinely astonishing.
It really is.
But the book doesn't just list all these uses. It actually offers some Well, surprisingly delicious sounding ways to get activated charcoal into your system.
Yeah, it includes several recipes that go beyond just mixing charcoal powder with water, making it maybe more palatable to incorporate into your diet.
Like there was a charcoal berry lemonade tonic.
Yep. Which the source claims is good for revitalization, improving circulation, boosting immunity, helping digestion, and giving you energy. Ingredients listed are lemons, berries, charcoal, water, and maybe some mint.
Sounds refreshing. There was also a ginger and charcoal infused green tea.
Right. Presented as something to restore health, rejuvenate the mind, and calm cravings. It also gives a nod to the well-known benefits of ginger. Just water, ginger, green tea, and charcoal.
And snacks, too. Charcoal sesame crackers. Seriously.
Apparently, described as a crunchy snack that helps calm cravings, provides nutrients, and is also absorbing. Made with things like almond flour, sesame seeds, charcoal, salt, maybe some cayenne pepper, and an egg.
Wow. And then actual baked goods, like charcoal dark chocolate brownies.
Uh-huh. The source claims these are decontaminating while also giving you the antioxidant benefits of dark chocolate. Key ingredients mentioned are butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla, cocoa, flour, baking powder, and of course, charcoal.
Okay. And caramel chocolate charcoal macaroons.
Yeah, those two. Claims they eliminate toxins, calm cravings, provide nutrition, made with sugar, charcoal, water, egg whites, almond flour, coconut flakes, powdered sugar, cocoa, and caramel.
Interesting.
And the source even makes a note here suggesting charcoal might help with metabolic functions for people with conditions like diabetes. Again, according to the source.
Getting your charcoal dose in a brownie or macaroon is definitely unexpected.
It is.
Okay, so after covering this vast range of potential uses, the source becomes very clear about some important safety precautions and reminders.
Yes, and there's one point in particular that the source repeats several times, really hammering it home for emphasis.
Which is?
Do not consume activated charcoal within 2 hours of taking any medications, prescription, or are over-the-counter, or any vitamins or supplements.
And why is that stressed so heavily?
Because, as we've been discussing, that powerful absorption ability means it doesn't just grab toxins. It can grab onto those medications or vitamins, too, and block your body from absorbing them, basically making them ineffective. So the source strongly urges consulting a physician if you are on any medication before you even consider using activated charcoal internally.
That seems like incredibly crucial advice, especially with charcoal products becoming so widely available now.
Absolutely essential. The source also mentions that if you take too much, it could potentially cause diarrhea or, conversely, constipation.
Right.
And it repeats the advice specifically for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Always, always consult your physician before using activated charcoal in any ingested form, despite those earlier claims the source made about its safety during pregnancy.
Always better to be safe and get professional medical advice. Absolutely.
The source also advises just watching out for any signs of an allergic reaction, rashes, hives, redness. And finally, just a practical tip, it includes charcoal is intensely black, right? So it can stain things easily, countertops, clothes, you name it. So just be careful when you're mixing or using it.
Makes perfect sense. It is basically pure carbon dust.
Pretty much. And the material wraps up by noting that all the information presented is based purely on this one source and is intended for general knowledge only. It's definitely not a substitute for professional medical advice.
So there you have it, a deep dive into one specific source's view on activated charcoal, a substance with apparently ancient roots, presented here as having potential applications ranging from literal life-saving emergency use,
Right.
all the way through everyday digestive complaints, pain management, a huge list of beauty treatments, and even recipes for brownies and macaroons.
It really highlights the astonishing breadth of roles this simple material is claimed to play, all stemming from that unique ability to absorb and neutralize, according to this book.
And hopefully, this conversation has given you a quick, thorough, and maybe pretty surprising look at this substance, drawing directly from the material we explored today.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder. Considering its ancient history and this powerful, specific ability to absorb things, what other simple natural substances might we be overlooking? Maybe things from the past that could hold surprising potential for our health and well-being today. Or perhaps, how often do we dismiss traditional knowledge just because something newer comes along?